Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church in Eugene. And hello, Zoom friends. We're glad you have joined us today. Welcome to the children down here in the front, everyone in the sanctuary and online on this glorious day for the celebration of Beltane and the month of May. For folks on Zoom, our tech team will drop a copy of the order of service in the chat and a visitor form in the Zoom chat as well. Is anyone new who would like an order of service in the congregation? Wave your hand and we'll see what we can do. It's a follow-along morning. It'll be all right. My name is Nancy. I'm a worship associate and a member of CUPS, the Covenant of Unitarian Universalist Pagans. We are a living tradition within Unitarian Universalism. I'm a tall white person. I'm wearing a flowery hat and a lot of red. Many others are also wearing flowers today. May 1st marks the bursting forth of spring in all its fullness and the turning of the wheel of the year to summer. Beltane is the Celtic pagan name for the festival of this day. The fire festival, a fertility rite for wild nature, agricultural abundance, birds, bees, and all living beings. In the late 19th century, May Day also became a day of solidarity for working people. Union activists in our country are rising up now to join workers worldwide who celebrate International Labor Day on May 1st. This year, may we all raise our voices together for justice for working people and for everyone whose rights and freedoms are threatened or denied. And now, let's enter into a time of worship. I invite Olivia to light the flaming chalice, symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith, as Catherine offers a reading.
Good morning. I'm Catherine. I'm a white, gray-haired woman, and I'm wearing a blue robe and a rose circlet. This is from the Upanishads. It's an excerpt of a long Sanskrit prayer. The honey, the earth is the honey of all beings, and all beings are honey for this earth. That radiant, immortal person, the body, is honey, is immortal, is the all. The waters are the honey of all beings, and all beings are honey for the water. The radiant, immortal person of water is indeed immortal, the all. Fire is the honey of all beings, and all beings are honey for the fire. The radiant, immortal person in fire, the voice, is indeed immortal, the all. Humanity is the honey of all beings, and all beings are honey for humanity. The radiant, immortal person is humanity, the very self, the immortal, the all.
I call on the element of water, the source of all life. As spring turns to summer, recognize rain and its blessings. Melting snow feeds our headwaters and increases the songs of the cascading waterfalls. Our rivers rush anew and spread welcoming nourishment to our valley in all its abundance. As surely as the tides are pulled by the circling of the moon, so are the tides of our bodies. Let your dream time and your emotions resonate with drops into the depths of a well, the fountains of spring, the ripples of a pond, the deep mysteries of the ocean. Welcome the healing and cleansing powers of water.
Hi, I'm Chris Topaz. Our ritual of joys and sorrows reminds us that in community, as one of us is experiencing joy, others could be in the depths of sorrow. Our sharp edges are softened by the tumbling together of our lives, like rocks in a river. When we use these stones, again and again, we are reminded that some joys and sorrows have been experienced by others. We can feel connected. There are 3 joys and sorrows stations, 2 along the south wall and 1 on the north side near the sound booth. You'll notice a red dress hanging by the joys and sorrows station by the organ today. You may want to drop a stone in the water to express empathy and support for the missing and murdered Indigenous women who are being commemorated tomorrow as part of Red Dress Day.
Howdy. My name is Zephyr. My pronouns are he and him. I'm a tall, bearded white guy with jeans, a flannel shirt, and fabulous hair. I evoke the archetypal, alchemical power of Earth. Know that I speak not of the planet beneath our feet, nor of the loam in the garden, but of the fundamental process by which all things are manifest. By seed and bud and stem and root and leaf and flower and fruit, I evoke the power of Earth to create and make real, from the tiniest idea to the grandest vision. I submit that your dream of a better world can be made real when you sing the song of Earth. At the sub-quantum level, all things are vibrating. Everything is humming. Earth is a song that attracts air and water to the fire of life, to create life in Earth, that creates flowers, to attract life, that creates honey, that attracts life. And life continues as the song builds with each chorus, and the refrain brings more life, and more life, and more life again. Our life is a part of this song we sing in harmonies of joy and sorrow. I evoke the song that manifests all things. Geologically, we stand on relatively fresh ground. Cast up as magma from beneath the crust hundreds of millions of years ago into interlocking layers of basalt that pressed against the continental plate, forming the Cascades, and then the coastal ranges, through the magic of uplift. At their roots, the mountains still ring of the violence of that collision. The song of Earth echoes through the valley. Once thick layers of ice covered this land. Once great floods covered this land. Disasters from eons ago have granted this land today a kind of vegetative fecundity that is rivaled in few places across the globe. We think of this place as a land of thick forests, fertile croplands between the rivers, but the trees and the grasses, they are the manifestation of Earth, without distraction, without obstacle, nay, with intent and encouragement of the song of Earth. Some speak of Earth as a great elder goddess, as the divine song within all living things. She is the mother of all things and the vessel of regeneration. The spark of life within all living things reflect her primal light. And all the music of the universe is harmonized by her pure tone. And it's not just the life that we see and use, it's all life. The great tapestries of interwoven needs and resources that have continued and persisted before us for hundreds of millions of years and still continue to build and yearn and grow. We are part of this tapestry, and we sing the song of earth as we add to our network of friends, build our communities, as we share our food, as we share our love, as we comfort those who sorrow and rejoice with those who cheer. Wind on the mountains, mist in the valley, magma in the caldera, air on earth, water on earth, fire on earth. The earth contains, the earth channels, and the earth releases. I evoke the power of earth.
Hi again, my name is Chris Topaz. I use the pronouns she and her. I'm a white woman and I'm wearing red and yellow today like flames. Today we're communing with the elements of earth, air, fire, and water and observing the pagan ritual of Beltane. Why do we do these kinds of activities at the Unitarian Universalist Church in Eugene? For me, it's relevant to enrich my life. Just like being human here, up front. Interacting with what are sacred energies, the energies which give me life, connects me with what Carl Jung called the collective unconscious, or perhaps what the ancient peoples felt was their ancestors. I think such activities make us stronger so that we can fight for justice. Justice is a main UU value. Also, contemplative practices are a branch on our UU spiritual practices tree. So, we are toning. Now, as I understand, breathing is a good idea. This is a very free-flowing activity. There's no right way. But the point is to feel more centered and balanced. Being centered and balanced leads to having more energy and strength to give from overflowing to serve the world. And also, one experiences inner peace and well-being. Now, we're going to make tones, not random tones, but in random choice of some tones. I understand that there are people all over the world constantly toning and chanting for this very purpose, to feel connected in the energy world and to be strong and balanced. I also understand that certain tones actually physiologically strengthen the nervous system. We're each at our individual point in life. Being centered and balanced is experienced inwardly and in the outer world. When we do this exercise, close your eyes if that's going to be comfortable, and feel and hear and commune with sounds in the air and the breath in your body. Let your sound reach the ears of your fellow humans here gathered. Let your throat and heart open. Let yourself hear your own sound meld with the sounds of others. Zoom friends, we can't hear you, but there is connection in the energy world. You are here with us. I and a couple of my plants will demonstrate. E, ooh, Thank you. That was the demonstration. Now, you just breathe at your own pace and make the toning sounds of ah, e, o. Somebody might want to be a snake. S, 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 s. You let the sound come from your within. You can repeat the same sound, you can do a different sound. There are no rules, but please be considerate of your neighbors. If you want, you can feel free to move around, stand by the walls if you need more space. It's okay to tone and feel your freedom. Spiritual practices are fun. We will do this for a few minutes to actually get to a place of deeper balance. Then I will ring the chime again to end the activity. Before we say our closing words, I just want to remind you that next week is Flower Communion Sunday. This is an act of resistance against fascism. Bring a flower or two to create our communal bouquet, and then following the service, there is going to be a spring plant sale with proceeds going to this congregation. The wonderful home gardening group is asking that you donate cuttings and bulbs, details on the poster in the back. And now, we'll say together the words of our closing. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. And now go into this life-filled world and this glorious day with your hearts on fire for justice and equity for all beings. Go in peace, my friends. Go in love.